My name is Ben Record. I am a child of God first, and I haven't been able to say that until recently. My wife is Ashley, and we have 3 wonderful kids. Yeah, the last year, 2021, Control-Alt-Delete. July 10th, we came home from Pine Cove. Told Ashley as soon as I grabbed the door on the way in, I said, I don't feel well. And July 13th, I tested positive for COVID. 4 days later, I was admitted into the hospital. Spent 8 days in the hospital. Thankfully, avoided ICU and the terrible, but I was home for 7 weeks. That was tough, but somehow got through it. 12 weeks later, November 13th was my birthday hunt. I always try to go bow hunting for deer on my birthday. And I'm Mr. Safety. Everybody that knows me, like everybody hunts with me. But I had this moment where I disconnected from my safety line and I fell 23 plus feet. I broke 14 ribs, hairline fractures in my pelvis, collapsed lung, spleen laceration, and spent 18 days in the ICU, another 16, 17 days in rehab hospitals, and got home a week before Christmas. There was a point about 4 or 5 days in ICU that I was hurting, unlike any pain I've ever felt. And that was the first time that I can remember, and I know I probably have, but I did not grow up asking in prayers, please give me, please. I never asked Jesus or God for anything. I realized that I couldn't do it alone. So I asked him to help me take the pain away. He knew, and yet he still went. And he still walked and stood in front of Pontius Pilate, and he still got up there on that cross. And if he had that faith in his Father, how can I not have the faith that he's going to get me through this? I saw the therapist who had admitted me into one of the hospitals about 3 weeks after discharge. And she said, I cannot believe you're she's like, you're off oxygen. I was like, yeah, I told you January 11th, I'm going back to work. And she said, I can't explain it. So I'm about a month out from discharge, and I'm still sucking air a little bit. I take oxygen breaks in between things, but I was able to get back to work about 3 to 4 weeks before they expected me to. And I had nothing to do with that. You can't explain that other than him. And I have been, at 47 years old, I have been afraid my whole life to truly accept that. And I don't know who out there needs to hear this, but it is a leap of faith. And I do not recommend people jumping off of a deer stand at 23 feet to be that leap of faith. But if you turn it over to him, and not just on Sundays, he will get you through whatever you're going through. It's only by turning over and saying, I can't do this without you, Jesus. And he's just begging for you to do that. In today's world, we need Jesus more than ever. He's been the only true north. He's been the only compass, the only constant that no matter where you turn, he's there.